Yeah. Da boobadies. Mm-hmm. Da boobadies. Ooh. Da boobadies. Mm-hmm. Da boobadies. What? San Antonio. Oh. The boobadies? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So there's a missing well, she's an adult, but she's she's a teenager though, but she's an adult. Yeah, so that's only way you can be an adult and a teenager at the same time is 18 and 19 years old. So that's her like prom picture or something. Holy smokes. She's a smoke show. Yeah, for sure. So absolute smoke show, 10 out of 10. All right. So we're just establishing that early. Everybody's got eyes. Some function better than others, but yeah. All right. Missing teen adult girl. So Camila Mendoza Olmos. Like Edward James Olmos. Yeah, I didn't actually think about that until just now. That was Edward James Olmos from Battlestar Galactica and Blade Runner. But I mean, he's been in a lot of stuff, but it's probably like his most famous roles, I guess. Mm. Almost. He wasn't just almost famous. And then, all right. So, girl missing. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So she kind of looks like she could have been an actress, huh? Or she still could be an actress. Yeah, she could beat like Jenna Ortega and like Olivia Rodrigo and all that. Yeah, she could give them a run for their money, huh? Without a doubt. So that's a neat trick. Blonde highlights, huh? That's a really neat trick. Yeah, girls with dark hair when they dye their hair blonde, it does like it does brighten everything to us. All right, so to the article then. Yeah. So the sheriff says she's in imminent danger. New details in disappearance of 19-year-old Camila Mendoza Olmos. She is considered to be in imminent danger. All right, authorities have released new details regarding the case of the missing Texas teen, Camila Mendoza Olmos, who was last seen leaving her San Antonio home on Christmas Eve, Wednesday, December 24th, according to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, BC. S.A.W. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar told ABC News on Sunday, December 28th, that investigators have gathered enough information to suggest almost 19 may be in imminent danger. He added that authorities are still considering all possibilities, including kidnapping, human trafficking, or the chance that she left on her own. Here's the latest on the missing teen. Now, here's the interesting part: the chance that she left on her own. So, yeah, she left her phone right in her house, and so is that like so everybody knows that the iPhone is a tracking device, and authorities can use it to track people. So that's an interesting part of the case because typically, um, usually, somebody wouldn't leave it behind um, if they didn't intend to. I mean, I guess sometimes you don't take it with you because you're going to your car, rummaging through her car, apparently, like she was. But almost recently went through a romantic breakup, Salazar told ABC News. However, authorities said the breakup was mutual and don't suspect anything nefarious was involved. Salazar said everyone is cooperating with the case. Salazar said multiple agencies had joined the search, including the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security. Salazar confirmed that Olmos was not detained by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, despite being a U.S. citizen. All right. That was a personal concern. So I had it checked to make sure that there were no stops, no detentions, and she's not somewhere in a federal detention facility. That is something we needed to check, Salazar said. Well, if she's a U.S. citizen, why do they even bring that up? Is that just like, I don't know if that's so much thorough detective work. I think it was just like a waste of time to do that. But anyways. Oh, shit. It went to fucking Expedia. Oh, okay. Um, Almost was last seen leaving her home on the 11,000 block of Caspian Spring in northwest Bexar County at approximately 6:58 a.m. on Wednesday, December 24th, according to the clear alert issued by BS. I'm sorry, you keep wanting to call it the BS force. BCSO on Christmas Eve morning. Video footage from the time shows an unknown individual believed to be Olmos searching inside her vehicle for an unidentified item. Moments later, the footage ends. It is believed that she left the residence on foot as her vehicle remained at the location. The teen's mother told authorities her daughter normally goes for a morning walk. However, she became concerned when her daughter did not return within a reasonable period of time. Her mother noted it was unusual for her daughter to leave her phone at home, saying she leads an active lifestyle. Mm. Oh, okay. So she leaves her car behind and she leaves her phone behind and she goes out on foot. Olmos was last seen wearing a baby blue and black hoodie, baby blue pajama bottoms, and white shoes. She is described as 5'4", about 110 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. Official said the only items Olmos may have had on her when she disappeared were her car key and possibly her driver's license. Salazar said they were working around the clock on the case. He requested help from the community in the search, asking neighbors of Olmos to check their surveillance cameras for any footage of her. We definitely don't want to miss anything, Salazar told ABC News. The ground search is somewhat limited to a couple of square miles. We're also not ruling out that this case may take us outside the borders of the continental United States. Family members of Olmos have created a search station at Wild Horse HOA Sports Park, 9700 Mustang Gate, San Antonio, Texas, 78254. If you're looking to volunteer or search for Olmos, family members asked to contact Frank Trevino at the station. Folks who want to help with donations of food and other items are welcome to drop things off at the location. The Youth, Peace, and Justice Foundation has also joined the effort and is offering a $1,000 reward for information leading to Olmos's safe return. Those who think they may have more information about Olmos' whereabouts can call the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. And you may also contact the BCSO Missing Persons Unit via, that. So, all right. And the editor, Priscilla Aguirre. All right. Oh, did I pronounce that like she was Irish? I don't really care. I pronounced it like she was Irish, even though she's obviously Hispanic. Okay. What yeah, don't care. Um Man, Irish people gonna Irish, You know what I'm saying? So, and Hispanic gonna Hispanic. So that's just the way it is. Um okay, so this is yeah. Wow. So does she have like a stalker? Like somebody, stalking online or like stalking the neighborhood, with an obsession? Like, oh, that girl, like She likes to. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, the real pretty girls that go running every day. Yeah. Oh man, the real pretty girls that go jogging and running and walking every single day in the neighborhood. Uh, so is there like people? If I walk or run, people always comment, "Hey, I saw you walking. Hey, I saw you running." Even though I'm not a 19-year-old girl with uh, incredible gifts, let's say, still people still notice, right? Like when you're in a neighborhood, and even if you're like fucking like 9,000 years old, people still notice, and they're still like, "Hey, I saw you walking. Hey, I saw you. Oh, you like to walk, huh?" Because like there's so many nosy people in the neighborhood. You think somebody might have saw her where she was going. So what's the theory here? Well, I don't know. She is very beautiful, so it's safe to assume that yeah, she might actually be in some really serious danger. Hopefully, not left the earth, but yeah. However, the phone was left behind, so speculation leads me almost to believe why would she run away? You know, like so it seemed like she had great friends, great family. Um, yeah. So is this like sowing the wild oats? Is this sowing the wild oats? Is this just like fuck it, I'm leaving? The only way to be a big time adult is to leave the family and just strike out on my own, just do something, you know. I want my own life. Like I want out of this prison. I don't know if it's like, my little runaway, run, 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 run away. You think it's like the runaway song? I really don't know. I mean, I've heard of young people running away from their family, like they can't stand their families and they want to leave. But this person doesn't seem like the kind of person that she doesn't seem unhappy. So at least, in the pictures, everybody can smile and seems perfectly happy. But maybe there's, you know, so there's a lot that happens in families that are behind closed doors that we don't know, that isn't represented. I'm sorry, represented by social media snaps. Everybody smiles for a snap. They're like, well, even if things are going to hell in a handbasket, why not? It's not going to hurt anything to smile. So, all right. Well, I hope the authorities find her and everything like that. Looks like they got a that's an Instagram search. Um, to lady, hey, dudes, it's just the labradoodle. It's just the labradoodle. There's a labradoodle doodle next door, and it always goes woo 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 woo. And did the retarded guy come over here? The Batman? It's not like her. Yeah, I hope they find her, and I hope it's just she just yeah. I hope she was just hooking up with some dude and she was just running away at the very But I guess on the worst side of it, the worst thing you could think is that she's in big time trouble or God forbid out of here. So oh well. Hope the authorities and the FBI and all those different people find her. And no, it's like yeah, they got the put. They're searching hard. They got tons of people like mobilized. Yeah, but you know, a suspicious part is girl leaves the phone. Now, if you are a regular runner or walker, then you might actually leave your phone behind. And then what will happen is you'll just say, well, whatever, and you might go on your walk or you might run anyway. So you may just say, well, I don't need my phone to breathe or to drink. What? That's not her. That some random babe was on there. Some random hottie or random baddie. Is that what they call them sometimes? The baddies. They call them the baddies, even though they're really pretty, but they call them baddies because I guess they're like they're like bad because they're so hot or something like that. I suppose that's the logic of it, of that term. But they're so um, they're so lovely. They're baddies. But hopefully there's not, any foul play. Uh, yeah, hopefully it was just like, I'm out of here. I want to be a woman. I want freedom. Hopefully it's that, the oh, okay. Somebody says we live in our subdivision. A member of a search party came by our home this morning searching for any clues. I normally don't answer my door for strangers, but I could see them holding up a sign. We had a police helicopter flying over for about 45 minutes on the 24th, and I've seen 2 drones since. Unbelievably heartbreaking and just awful that is in my own neighborhood where I also walk all the time. Open pray she is found safe soon. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Very sympathetic. Okay, these are just some of the comments from KSAT.com. I guess this is like the NBC equivalent, like in San Antonio, because it uses like the same fonts and everything, like the Houston NBC does. Very sympathetic to the family and friends looking for her, but the information provided is very slim. Victimology information is not provided, i.e., did she suffer from depression? What were the usual habits when walking? Her relationship with males, drugs, alcohol use, many other factors. I don't know. She doesn't look like a druggie or like drunk or anything. Mm. Social media is a scourge on our society. I have zero doubt that some kind of type of connection on a social media platform is what has led her to getting disappeared. Lord, please keep her safe and return her home and her family safely. Give the family measure of peace and patience during this time. Yeah, I kind of agree with Speak Truth over here. Is that I think she was hooking up with some dude, probably an older guy, like hopefully not a guy like 38, my age, 45, or somebody older, but probably not. It's probably a guy in that sweet spot where they can still pick up young girls, which is like, you know, 21 to 20. I guess the sweet spot's like 21 to 28, and then after that, it's like, old man kind of creeping, pervin kind of thing. And so it's probably a guy that's in that sweet spot of like 25, 26, that sort of deal. And hopefully it's not like a drug trap or sorry, human trafficking gang or something. So something horrible. Oh, okay. So somebody's saying she's 19, she's an adult. Like, oh, okay. So people have different, obviously. Um, mm, mm, mm. Yeah. I think she ran off with the dude. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, yeah. That's what I think too. Ran off with the dude. Yeah. I want to start my life of freedom. That's probably what it is. And dun, dun, dun. Well, I hope they find her and find out, what has occurred, or what where she's at. But Godspeed with that. God bless and best of success. Um, we got a missing persons case out of Texas. Peace.